It's the Sports Zone Unfiltered, brought to you by HEB.
Last chance to dance, Sports Zone Unfiltered on the Cube. I'm Paul Gallant. He's John Lopez, saying the old Gus Johnson lines as we wrap things up. God, I really miss Gus. I know this is the second week in a row I brought this up, but Gus Johnson, you need to be back calling these March Madness games. You know what else you need? You need things from us, and we like to deliver to you. So if you've seen the movie Concussion, starring Will Smith, it's about the NFL and their denial of concussions.
And we've talked a lot about it.
Right, and the effects on the brain.
Well, how can we see this?
We can see this, and you can get this way. All you have to do is go to the Cube's website and type in keyword Cube, K-U-B-E. If you do that, you could win a free copy of the Blu-ray of the movie Concussion starring Will Smith before it comes out March 29th.
Good deal.
Officially released. So yeah, we'd like to give back to you. Now, that would make us a champ, right?
Yeah, of course.
Is that how we transition into champs and chumps?
All right, where do you want to start?
Let's start with champs.
My champ is going to be a really easy one. We didn't even talk about it when we talked about college basketball because they didn't get to the Sweet 16, but Stephen F. Austin, more specifically Thomas Walkup, even more specifically Brad Underwood. Man, they were within a breath of getting to the Sweet 16. Having beaten Notre Dame and West Virginia, they just fell short. Brad Underwood subsequently takes a job at Oklahoma State, which we talked about on this show, by the way. So we were good there. And what a great effort by Stephen F. Austin. All of them, man. This was a charming team. They were charmed.
Yeah, what a bummer to lose on a tip-in, too.
Oh, the worst.
Know? I mean,
Three offensive rebounds.
Walkup is a hell of a player, and he had a great college career. Hopefully he'll find a spot somewhere in the NBA. I'm not sure if that's likely, maybe a career in Europe or something like that. But yeah, he was definitely a lot of fun to watch this postseason. My champ is the New York Times. The New York Times did something to the NFL. They poked the bear. How did they poke the bear? Well, they brought up that apparently the NFL was ignoring about 100 or more concussions from 1996 through 2001 as part of their research into how concussions affect a football player's brain. They also made a lot of comparisons in this report to how big tobacco ignored the side effects from a health standpoint of smoking for so long. They had the same approach the New York Times is arguing in that article. The NFL came out with two statements.
Oh my gosh.
To deny some more the New York Times allegations. I don't know. The New York Times is making those claims. I think that they've got something.
And then later Thursday, the Times comes back, or I guess outside the lines, acquired some information that now Congress is saying, wait a minute, to the NFL, we might need to talk because you're making statements that the Times, vehemently denies, and the NFL is just lying.
They are lying.
They're just lying. All right, chumps.
All right, my chump, it's LeBron James.
Again?
I'm sick of the whining. I'm just sick of it. Whether it's with just passive-aggressive subtweeting or unfollowing your team on Twitter, which isn't a big deal until you're confronted about it by someone who works for the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
The Cavaliers website. He's trying to diffuse the situation. He gives you an opportunity, and you just act awkward and taken aback by it, or you're practicing LeBron with Dwayne Wade in the middle of the year. Sorry, that just looks bad for a team that's going through some struggles right now. You already got your coach fired because you're a control freak. Well, if you're this big control freak, then I think you should focus on communication with people that you work with, whether it's your coaches and your GM. And apparently he sat down with the coaches and GM, but he told them what he wants. It's not actually a collaboration in Cleveland. It's what LeBron wants, and what LeBron wants is apparently to do whatever he wants. I don't like what's going on there.
I don't either. I think he's just moody. I think sometimes you think, wow, he gets it, team player, all this other stuff, and then sometimes, it goes kind of like this with him. I think he's just moody. All right, I agree with you. My chump, I gave this a lot of thought.
Okay.
A lot of thought. All the way in.
Interesting.
I thought about maybe Ray Moore from Indian Wells, the boneheaded tennis CEO.
Yeah, dumb comments.
People already saw those. He actually stepped down. I thought about Robert Griffin III. Why are you going to Cleveland?
Why would anyone go to Cleveland?
Why would anyone go to Cleveland? I ended up with this guy who took a piece. I don't even want to talk about it.
All right, do you want me to talk about it for you?
You talk about it for me, so because you're curious.
This guy took a biopsy from his leg to try to get a sense of what human meat tastes like. Took a biopsy from his leg, took a sniff, said it smelled pretty good. Then he made a hamburger basically comprised of what a scientist said would be
your human leg.
Meat. Said it was okay. I'm not gonna lie. A little curious as to what humans say.
Is why I called you a fine young cannibal. You asked the question, is it wrong that I'm curious? Yes, it's wrong.
Sorry, I'm merely a scientist trying to determine the truth.
Sorry to ruin the end of the show with cannibalism.
He's John Lopez. I'm Paul Gallant. Big thanks to Chris Gardner.
It was 28 minutes of really good TV.
Yeah, it was until we started talking about cannibals. Sorry if I alarmed anyone, but I guess I am open to cannibalism. Big thanks to Jeffrey Mathis, who produces this show as well. Until next week, he's John Lopez. I'm Paul Gallant. Be good, everybody.